Admit all. Hello, welcome to PJ's and Possibilities. We are so excited to have you on this evening. Hello. Okay, consultants, if you are on with us this evening, I want you to put in the chat where you're from, because we're going to have women all over the United States on here tonight. So say, I'm a beauty consultant, how long you've been in the chat, and where you're from, what state you're from. Beautiful guests. Oh my gosh, thank you for joining this evening. We would love to know who invited you, and we would love to know where you live as well. We want to see what state you're from. I'm going to go ahead and put up, we have a ton of products to give away tonight. And so everybody, consultants and guests, because everybody's getting entered in for the products tonight, because we love to honor our amazing beauty consultants for being on for their training meeting, which is normally this evening. Let me make this big for you guys. And we want to honor our amazing guests for taking your night to spend with us, a PJ party. So go ahead and text, let me just move this out of the way, the word pink, no emojis, no quotes, not your name, just the word pink, or it won't work, to my number 619-202-8225. You'll just get 2 texts tonight. One is going to send you a text in about 60 seconds. It's going to say, welcome girl, here's a link to get entered in for the prizes. About 15 minutes later, you'll have a feedback form, okay? That one will get you into some more prizes later. So go ahead, I'm seeing the text come through, great job. The word pink, no emojis, no name, just that word, and I promise you it'll work. And we'll also pop that into the chat when we take this down. So we're going to give away 4 pieces of product tonight and 2 business kits, okay? So I'm going to bring up my co-host here, and we just want to tell you a little about what to expect for this evening. So what is PJs and Possibilities? This is a night where you get to hang out with us in my silk PJs. I'm going to steal Maria's cheetah bathrobe because I didn't know you had one of those.
I try to tell my husband, like, hey, the meeting's PJs, don't look at me like, what is happening through the
yeah. This was planned. Okay.
Yeah, this is supposed to be happening.
Yeah. So Maria, can you tell them, like, what is our intention tonight that we want them to learn about, and what they're going to get to experience this evening? And just kind of, Maria's the master of words. So what is our intention for these amazing people joining us tonight?
Well, our intention is to empower you and to get you dreaming, ladies. So whether you're already a beauty consultant and you said yes, or you're a guest on here, really at the end of the day, we want to just allow you to have a new thought of really letting your heart want what you want. You're going to hear a lot of content. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fast. It's going to be awesome. But we really want you paying attention to what more do you want in your life? Like, what are your inner desires? What is maybe something you haven't let yourself want? If you figure that out tonight, we are going to feel so happy. Okay. And also, we're going to explain some details about a bridge. How can you get those things that you want? So we can't wait for you to just listen in. There's lots of activity going to be happening in the chat. There's lots of things we're going to be giving away. We want you to have fun too, but we really want you to open up your head, open up your heart to just listen to what is available and listening to what you really want. What we're going to be asking that as we go.
Now, participation, like she said, a lot of happening in the chat. You guys, every time you're commenting of, like, when we ask a question about something, you're going to be entered into a wheel. We have Vanna White in the background who's running a wheel for us of those prizes. And so your participation is going to be entered into that. Now, as she mentioned, tonight is going to really be about what are the possibilities of a Mary Kay business. And, I thought, okay, Marie and I, yes, we met each other through Mary Kay, but we are real life friends. And we're like, let's do this together. Let's just share. We're 2 moms. We live in California. I have one son. He's 10 years old. I'm actually a single mom. I homeschool my son. Maria just had a brand new baby. You have 3 under how old?
3 under, 8 and under. Well, the brand new baby was like a gap for 5 years. Surprise! So yeah, I've had 2 a little bit more grown up and now infant mode.
Okay, so As women, we're surrounded by children. We have a lot of life going on. How does this work into our life? What has it done for our life? And more importantly, we want to help you dream of maybe some things you haven't thought about in a little bit. So we're going to go over 4 big perks and benefits to a Mary Kay business. And in between each one, we're going to give away some fun prizes. And if this is something that you're like, this kind of seems fun, make sure that last link that you'll get from us that you fill out, yes, I want to be entered in for the wheel, because we're giving away two free starter kits tonight. So that's super, super fun. Okay. So the first area that I think that everybody typically wants to know about first is the financial side of it. Like, can I actually make money doing this? How do I make money doing this? And my intention for women right now that I'm really passionate about is allowing women to have extra income to go after their right now passionate goals. What does that mean? I want to get income for you without taking away from the priorities of your life, without totally messing with your time, that you get to do something out of joy that allows you to get the and then somes to fill in the gaps in your life. And so that may look like paying off debt. That may look like I've had a consultant who got to buy a wedding dress for her daughter. That may look like, wanting to put a down payment on a house and there's not enough time for you with your regular job. That how do you leverage the gap of extra income that you need to maybe make these dreams that you've been wanting to happen in your life happen? So I have a question for you guys. Your first question in the chat, as we tell you how we make some income, is if I were to say, okay, you can have an extra $1,000 in your month, $1,000 a month right now, what would it go towards or enhance in your life right now? Go ahead and put that in the chat. What would $1,000 do a month to make a difference in your life? And Maria, tell us, how do we make income? What's one way that we make income in Mary Kay? Like, how would that look to have that happen?
Great. Well, one simple way is the product. The product is our connector piece, and we show and share and promote the product. And as simple as that, we profit 50% earning on the product. That is our vehicle. That's our connection piece. And not only that, you can also unlock another level. So, Bree, how else can you make income besides the product?
Yes. So like today, just to give you guys an idea, in 2 hours on the product level, I had 2 different appointments. Each were an hour each. Today I sold about $500 in product, 470 to be exact. We make 50% of everything we sell. So that was $235 in 2 hours. Okay. Just want to like paint a picture there. So we can just make money doing that. But we also can make money building a team. And I love this, because I would actually love to know too what you guys do for a living, because I imagine if you've been anywhere in a job longer than 6 months or a year, you've had to train somebody how to do something of where you're at, right? And could you imagine that when you trained that person, or that person you helped hire on, that forever long that person did that business, your company would pay you a commission on how well they did? Could you imagine like your efforts being paid to you over and over again? So Mary Kay, it's brilliant because we get to offer this opportunity to women. We get to help them bring extra income into their house or get a discount. And the Mary Kay gives us a generous commission on what our team members do. So that could look like an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month for a consultant level. Consultants. For directors, that looks more like $5,000 to $10,000 a month. So you can really have a juicy career size income doing this. But here's what I love about the team building part is it really is this residual income that, like, on days when I'm off with my son, the whole team is still working and money is still flowing in. Or when you had my other job, money's still flowing in. So for you, Maria, what are some things how this company has financially affected your life? Like if you could paint a picture for you, what would that look like for you?
Well, ladies, let me tell you. First, in the beginning, I was let me dip my toe into this. I need 200 extra dollars. I was in a season of life where I'd come out of the Peace Corps, which was I was volunteering in a foreign country for 2.5 years. At that point, my skin had looked like a tortoise. I'm doing much better. Okay. But I needed to get my husband from Nicaragua to America, which cost a lot of immigration paperwork. At that time, I just could see 200 extra dollars. Once I got in, it really started expanding. I had no clue what was available to me. I just liked the environment, the energy, and the extra cash. That soon turned into me paying my mortgage payment. And before this call tonight, I was like, you know what? I have paid my house payment with Mary Kay money for the last 13 years.
Wow.
I just, when I first got into it, it got going, and I saw the expansion for more than the 200, thought I'm going to take care of my home payment. And then of course there's always extra. I've also built a sandbox. So in the season of having children, I wanted this like beautiful play area for my children. There's also been times when we go to the beach and I just want to pick up the bill or just say yes to the pricey excursion or whatever else that they wanted, having that pink cash. I have also, back years ago, I remember driving a Toyota Corolla and the power windows stopped working. And I had a full-time job at the time. And I thought, oh, this is just going to cost money. And it's really hot where I live. So like you needed them to go back up. This
She
is
lives in the actual desert,
it
people.
was like 120 degrees. So you need the AC, but
So
you need those windows. And I thought, oh, I could just go and do a little more business to pay for this extra expense. So I treated it in that season like a little ATM machine of just that was more of a necessity versus like a fluff. But I had a way to say, I'm gonna shift gears and go over here, pick up my Mary Kay, create money immediately so that I could then fix those power windows and get that AC, not letting any of that 112-degree fire hot in. So, and Bree, you've paid for things. I watched you pay for fun things too. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, this business has allowed me to be the main breadwinner in a lot of being a married woman. This has allowed me to be a single mom now. I just counted my commission. I was curious of not sales, but just commission over the last 13 years. And I've now made over $1 million doing Mary Kay. So 22-year-old me would have been like, yeah, right. And now to be like, this has provided a 6-figure income to do that and pay for my entire, people ask me all the time, is this what you all do all the time? This is all that I need. So, and I get to grow that. So to have the ability to continue to grow it is so cool, and create those experiences. So I love that. So let's give away. And there's going to be time if your wheels are turning up. I have questions. We have time at the end. So we want to bring up that wheel, Melissa, because I want to give away some product. I'm going to give away our new Great Heights mascara. It is fantastic. 3 times longer lashes. Okay. $1 million. I know. I feel like it's like crazy when I say that, but I did count my actual 1099s the other day and I was shocked myself. So, all right. Oh, the wheel disappeared. Okay. It's going to come back though. We see a sliver of it. Okay. So we're going to give away this amazing Love Lash mascara here. And oh, look at all those beautiful names. Who is getting this brand new mascara that just came out? Let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Chris says, I pay for Dodger season tickets with my Mary Kay business. My husband loves his baseball. I love that, Chris. Oh my gosh. Zoom user, can you tell us your name? Can you put your name in there? And if you're the Zoom user, we want to make sure you get your hands on this, okay? And consultants, anything else of experiences you've created for your family or fun things you've paid for or small things you've paid for that just really help bridge the gap, throw that in the comments. We love that. All right, our second area is going to be the flexibility. I dream, you guys, my top thing is freedom and flexibility. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like someone telling me when I have to be somewhere or drive somewhere. I am a free bird and I want to make my own schedule up. I want to design my life. And so I want to ask in the comments before we share a little bit what that has looked like or when we needed that in our business. If you had more time or more flexibility in your life, what would be some things you would be able to do that maybe you don't have time for right now? So if you had more time, more energy, right, if we have more freedom, what would you do? So for me, you guys, this has looked like I had a full-time business when I started. I was a hairdresser. I had a full business I was not ready to walk away from. I did that entire business for a year and a half, side by side, this growing into a leadership position. So this had to just fit into little hours and pockets of my time. Then I got pregnant, and that obviously changes your level of energy when you're pregnant and how that works and the time you need to be able to go, I'm going to need to take a nap right now, or I'm going to have to sit down during this appointment. And then it looked like a very rocky time in my marriage. where I just did not have sometimes the capacity, or I needed to go around emergencies. And I share that because this is real life, right? And women are going into a crisis, coming out of a crisis, or about to go into one. And so this has been able to weave in and out of that. It has also looked like a time where I then decided to homeschool my son, and that he wasn't going to school anymore, and that I was going to be fully present here with him and being able to be needed. It's also looked like being able to have to drop my dad off at rehab at times when there was that season of life, and life is just hitting the fan, and you're like, I got to drop everything because the shoe is hitting and dropping, and I got to go. Or it's looked like now, like I went on 4 cruises last year. I'm going on a camping trip with my dad to Carlsbad Caverns next month. And he said, Bree, I'm going. Can you meet me? Jump on a plane. Let's go for 10 days and bring Tristan and just be on the road and do your appointments on the road. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I love, that like I can just go wherever I need to, and income isn't stopping, or life can hit, but income doesn't stop. So for Maria, for you, I mean, you're juggling this around 3 little ones. That's a whole different schedule, and you're on the milk train schedule right now with the nursing. You're in milk jail. So can you tell us what that looks like for you, or just what you've enjoyed about having your own schedule?
Yes. First, ladies, I want you to know I'm so glad I said yes when I did, because I built it. Like Bree said, when she was a full-time hairdresser and she had to fit it in, I had a similar situation where I was working a corporate job as a admissions manager at a private college, and I did have to squeeze it in. I'm so thankful I did. I did not even have children yet then, but a lot of my time was with the corporate grind, and I was weaving it in. I can tell you now, oh, getting to be home with my children, there's moments like I just think, "Oh my God," like, I'd freak out if I thought I had to go to the corporate and, like, leave all the kids or put them with somebody else. So and right now, because of Zoom and the flexibility, because of social media, because of this wonderful marketing plan, I can weave it around. I am nursing a baby full time, and I looked it up, and it said it was more than 40 hours that you're nursing a baby, like, producing milk, and then the older kids. So I have had to work smart and use my time management skills that was taught to me in Mary Kay, these amazing gifts and amazing women being, I mean, number one, you guys, a lot of my clients are women, and they come over to get their product, or they'll say, sure, Maria, let's do a phone call, or they hear the baby and they're not saying, oh, what do you mean you have a kid at work with you in the background? They're like, oh, I hear a baby. So that has been helpful, is that it's a community of women. Yes.
Who understand and support and aren't like mad. And if I'm sure there's like been an emergency, like of course we love to like make sure we show up for our clients to like the best level. But there's been times in life where I'm like, there's an emergency, and guess what? I get to move those things around if I need to, and I'm not getting fired for it. Like,
Right.
I love that. That's the ultimate job security. So let's give away. I loved all these things, by the way. Spend time with my baby girl. I already said travel, but I'd love to go to Switzerland. Someone says tropical and warm. Me too, girl. Someone else would like to go to Japan, going to Mexico. Everyone's traveling. Oh, I love this. Pay for my holistic care that insurance doesn't cover. Oh my goodness. That is like key to like, not only are you designing your life, but you have extra income. Like you get to design like your health plan and like the choices and the street you live on. You're changing your whole world. Okay, so we're gonna give away some silkening body lotion. Girl, our body's dry coming out of winter, and we're gonna shea you up with some body lotion, okay? So let's see who's winning this full-size body lotion right here. Love that. Spend more time training my service dog. How fun. I want to know what kind of dog, Noelle. Put it out in the chat too. I'm a dog lover. Okay, let's put that wheel up. Let's see. And looks like Courtney Gardner. She is getting our Shea Body Lotion. Congratulations to your silky new body, or continued
Silky new body. Watch out with that.
I love it. All right. So now we have this other area where like women are like, I'm okay. This all sounds fun, but like I've never done anything like this before, and like would I be good at it? And so 2 areas that I really love out of this is that you are assigned a mentor to your success and a community of women. And I really believe you are like the 5 closest people you hang around. And you're going to either be around 5 that raise you up, make you think bigger, more abundant, cheer you on, or you're a hype girl who's not going to think you're crazy when you want to go after your dreams and make you think bigger. Or you might be surrounded around people who are like the Me Too people, who are like, it's okay. Don't worry. You don't have to do that. Maybe a little negative, maybe bring you down, maybe simmer on your dreams. And who are the people you want to be around? I'm telling you, it's baby season, it's woman season right now, that like I have like this tribe of moms who like all get it, but like want that to not just be their only identity and like want to hang out together and have something of their own. And like a mentor to like breathe belief on you on those days where you're like, I'm unclear if I'm good at this. I'm having a bad day. And someone to like be your biggest cheerleader. And so, and then of course we have prizes. Okay. And like that wraps into this because like, are you in an environment where you're getting recognized all the time? Like through words of affirmation, cards, presents, all kinds of stuff just to make you feel good. So, for you, okay, I want you guys to put in the chat because I wanted to get to that question. If you had to choose between a mentor, an amazing community of women, or fun prizes and recognition, which would be the most exciting to you or the most valuable in your life? I want you to throw that in the chat right now. And I mean, Maria, how has, out of those, if you had to choose 1 out of 3 for you, that's the most important to you, and then I'll choose another one. What has impacted your life the most? Oh boy, she's grabbing stuff.
Okay, so you guys would think that it's this honker diamond, boom, this honker ring. Okay, the prizes are wonderful. For me, it is the mentorship. I want to tell you, ladies, about the gap. When I came into Mary Kay, I was here. Pretty negative environment, pretty shy, thought I had a dream in my heart, but I had lost it. The Mary Kay women, I went to an appointment, something like this, and I was like, whoa, their level of happiness. Is this legit? There was just an inner joy. There was an excitement. There was this ambitious drive in the community. It made me feel uncomfortable, but there was a piece of me that wanted more, and I wanted to be around those women. How this company has elevated and impacted my home is priceless because I've elevated myself to become that woman. And there's other people ahead of me where I'm still growing, the constant growth. So that, and ladies, I take everything I learn in my Mary Kay environment and I translate it into my home because there's been seasons where I've been in a funk. There's been seasons where my marriage has been great, where it's been bad, where the kids have been out of control. Maybe that's all the time, but it feels like it. But I have mentally healthy, emotionally stable friends who have ambitious hearts who sing my song back to me. That is the definition of our sisterhood and friendship. So for me, the prizes are wonderful. It's stuff I wouldn't buy for myself. It's my little girl's 5. She'll come in, she'll jack this specific ring. I'm like, I better get that back. So it's fun for the kids, but it's who I've become as a woman. It's having 10 times more confidence.
Yeah. And I mean, I can even speak that like Maria is the queen of doing this. If I could tell you how many voice messages I've had from Maria being like, Brie, I was thinking about you. And I just like wanted to like, you guys, she's not even financially connected to me. She's just like on Bree's on my heart. I'm going to like reach out to her because I want her to be in her power and I'm going to remind her of who she is. And I'm just going to check in on her. Like you want the people like that in your life who like don't let you like lose your light. And of course, I mean, I'm about to earn my 8th free car. I've been to Paris, Scotland, Bahamas. I mean, there is all that amazing, yummy stuff I love, but I would never give up what I have learned to like have a better business and like think bigger. So let's give away another prize. We have some Fancy Nancy lip gloss because, girl, it is time to change your color going into spring. We need some coral and pink in here. So who's getting a Fancy Nancy? I just love the name of that one. I've been talking a lot about Fancy Nancy lately.
Exactly what I loaded on right before this.
You did?
Everybody needs Fancy Nancy. It's the best.
Everybody needs it. It's everybody color, any skin tone. Kiara, woohoo! She's getting some Fancy Nancy. I love it. All right. Well, our last area, and this is kind of already leading in to what we were just kind of mentioning, is the personal growth. Like you think, oh, I come into this to make extra income. Oh, this is a business. I have to just talk about business. But I think the biggest thing that I did not expect is that the personal growth precedes professional growth. And if you would have looked at me 13 years ago of the very unconfident, questioning myself, shaming myself, wondering if I deserved more, my communication skills, my boundaries. Oh my gosh, like a totally different human being. And so my goal is that women are raising their deserve level, their capacity to have more in money, relationships, your health, and your career. If you guys could choose an area in those 4 areas, say I want more income, I want to be a leader, or I want to make an impact in my career, my job. I want to have better, like a relationship with my health, or better relationships, whether that be my kids, my spouse, the people around me. What area would you choose to grow in? Put it in the chat. And so, for Maria, I mean, obviously you just talked a little bit about it, of that gap, but like the personal growth, I mean, from coming from a different environment, the 6 inches between your ears of being taught how to think, like what is that transformed? I mean, you already said some, but is there anything you'd want to add to that?
There's so much, because truly, ladies, like I have a college degree. I went to UC Davis, and the things I learned in Mary Kay were far more practical for life and every day. So we're talking time, how to be an executive business hotshot woman and have 3 kids and, running a household, but the time management skills also. We in Mary Kay, we dive into different personality testing, communication skills, financial skills. It was a hot mess express, okay? How to manage my money as a female who's ambitious and wants to make more, you guys. So the level of skills, like all these topics, emotional management, how to bounce back. Wouldn't that be something you want to pass on to people around you? Just alone that skill of bounce back ability, right? Also, just being in an environment where you can truly figure out what you want and then be loved for it. Like you can just, there's all these gifts that you have that you may not be using because you might be suffocated in another environment, where in Mary Kay, it's the exact opposite. We're going to breathe belief into your gifts, and then you get to use them. And one more thing, the platform, ladies. I could not talk in front of a small group, but from holding appointments and being on a unit meeting and being asked to share and listening to the Mary Kay quotes, I've now been able to hold a microphone. And Brie has been asked by our company to corporately train. She had a hairspray bottle in her commercial for this, which was fantastic to see her fun. But ladies, this woman has trained thousands of women, been asked, and that's who would be your direct, we would be your mentors guiding you. So alone, like, yeah, if you're ready to unlock your gifts, your personal gifts, and grow and and the other thing is, it's not just the first year, you do grow. But I've been in Mary Kay for 15 years, and you know what I love? I am continuing to get better and better.
Yes. And, a little bit of my background story, and I share this all the time just because a year before I started Mary Kay, my mom had passed away. And a part of this, I didn't realize what mission would be born in my heart that would transpire through the vehicle of a Mary Kay business. So when my mom died, she committed suicide. And when I go back to that part of my life, this woman didn't believe in herself. This woman was an amazing stay-at-home mom, but thought that since she didn't have her own income, she wasn't worthy. One of the experiences that happened right before she passed away was actually like going in. It was a crazy time, but like went in, took all the money out of my dad's account, because she says, if I could pay the bills, just be the one to do it, I would mean something. And so that's an extreme example. But when you come from a place of watching someone literally be so upset, and how it was even taken out on the family, and then take her life because of it, you have a choice when something traumatic happens in your life. And you go, am I going to join the chaos, or am I going to be the one who makes a difference? And for me, something happened after that happened, that I went and I decided to get into therapy. And then a year later, Mary Kay came into my life. And everything started changing. And I was the person who was guarded and not vulnerable and not going to let anyone come in and hurt me ever again because of the life experiences. And I was at one of those Mary Kay events, and I saw a woman come across the stage who lost her father in the same way, successful, making a six-figure income, earning the trips, making a difference for thousands of women in the crowd. And I thought, instead of this being a tragedy, I'm going to use this to help other women. And this is going to be my driving force to never let a woman feel like she needs to be in this position ever again. And so what is in your heart that you have felt that, like, man, I've been through something, but I can help some people with this? Maybe I got to help myself first, put my oxygen mask on first. Maybe this company is going to heal me and change my income and my finances, but maybe it's going to be a stage later on that I get to impact and make a difference on other people's lives. And here's the thing, what Maria was saying with the kids, it is not what's taught with your kids, it's what's caught. And so now our children are watching mommies hit goals and miss them and still pick themselves back up and know that there is no limit to what they can go after. They're watching communication skills. They're watching how to raise your confidence. And so even if you did this for a year of your life, it would change the environment. And we are raising that next generation, right? And so the better the mama, the better the whole household. And so that is what I truly believe. And I witnessed myself of being a kid in that environment. And I was like, I got to be the cycle changer in this. So for you guys, you might be like, okay, like, I feel something. I feel a pitter patter in my heart. I don't really know what's happening right now. I don't know what these people are doing. They're really vulnerable on a thing here, and I'm hearing the whole life story. But here's the time that I would love to hear some of your questions. So a couple things here. Okay. Number one, we got to give away another gift. Number two, it's time for some of your questions so that way we can put them into the chat. Okay. And we want to know, and we might not be able to take all your questions. And if we can't, you guys, don't worry. We can set up dream calls later where we answer more, but we're going to do the best that we can. So we're going to go ahead and give away one more prize for you guys being in the comments right now. So go ahead and let's do that, Will. This is going to be our Citrus Lilac Satin Hand Nourishing Cream. Yay. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel on who gets that. And then you guys, we have some fun ways to start this month that are really discounted. Casey Messer, woohoo! Congratulations. Casey, where did we have like a burger together? What city were we in when that happened? I'm just remembering that all of a sudden. And she was telling me about pop and what kind of Cokes or things there were there. Nashville. Thank you, Casey. That was so fun. Okay. So, go ahead now, there's a next little link, and then we just put it in the chat too. So you want to make sure to fill out that link so you can get entered into win those free starter kits. But if you could ask us any question, Maria and I, anything, how it works, something you'd be curious about, something you might be nervous about, we want you to blow up that chat with your questions. This is going to get you into earn our starter kits. I now realized I need to give away, get more prizes. Thank goodness we have the prize bucket behind us that we're going to pull from for your questions. Bailey said, how does the team work? So can you ask a little bit more? Do you mean like, how do we make commission, or how does team building work? Just can you clarify that question a teeny bit, Bailey? That would be so helpful, because it's kind of like commission. Great question. Okay. So when we add someone to our team, Mary Kay pays us a commission for whatever that person does in their business, however much they order, for as long as they stay in Mary Kay. So as a brand new consultant, that looks like a 4% team building commission. And as you move up the career path, meaning you have more team members on your team, your commission raises. So the max commission that you get as a consultant is a 13% commission. I'm freezing. Hold on. My phone just blew up with text messages, so it had a little moment. So you make a 13% commission plus bonuses and free bundles of product. As you get into a sales director position, that means shifting over into more of a leadership position, having a team of at least, what is it now? Is it 24 women, Maria? Yeah.
24 women.
24 women. That goes up to a 36% commission, plus several bonuses. We get to really design our check of what that looks like. So if that's something of interest to you to build up the career path, that's where you could meet with us, because we have an entire diagram to show you how to do that and to guide you to move as fast or as slow as you want through that process to really dip into that other income. Okay, another question here, Maria, is when you first started, what was the top selling item for you?
Oh, snap, you guys. I had skin like a tortoise, like tortuga. Okay. I came from the working in a third world country. The skincare. I started with the skincare. Microdermabrasion was changed my life and my face and that satin lips because it was rough sauce. Okay. So, but I would say what you love, like that Great Heights mascara, it is every single person I've had try it, it is a game changer. But again, what you love, your you could just hear like you probably want a microderm right now because of how I'm talking about it. So what you love, you're going to be excited about, and that's what's going to come across.
That's funny. That was mine too, because I had so much scarring from picking my face from acne, transformed my skin. Um,
College.
could you do this as a college student? Yes. I actually have a girl I run an event with every month. Her name is Madison Bigham. You guys, she's in college right now. The girl's a sales director. She's not just doing this as like a business. She has a free car and is a sales director and is going to college full time. I've had many, many college students with me over the years, and it's so great because it's so flexible in between keeping college a priority for them and filling in the gaps of that income of not having to say, I'm a poor college student anymore. Like, we don't want that for you, right? That's great. How did you decide on a specialty? I love color, but a lot of women out here don't like to wear makeup due to the humidity. So I would just say is if you love it, lean into your niche. There's so much you can do on social media and Facebook groups of showing tutorials like that of people you're going to attract. But if you're in an area where you feel like that's not a thing, I'm telling you, I'm a makeup lady. Maria was not a makeup lady before this. She didn't even know how to put on makeup. I happen to come from that world. But really, our focus is skincare. It's the bread and the butter of what we do. It's the base. It's a great resale item. It's where we get so much of our profit, and then we grow from there to get somebody into our whole line. But I have women who love just the makeup portion of it, and they just go wild with who's that blonde girl that's our friend. She does brides all the time, and she has a great channel. She's Bree's friend. She's in the Stacey James area. But she is constantly, she just focuses on makeup all the time, is queen of sales at seminar and gets all the rings.
Brittany.
Brittany Barlog,
Gosh.
fantastic, was just on the news for doing people's makeup for an event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's created her brand.
Yeah. So here's the thing. There's no rules. What do you love? How do you want to do this? You get to design what you love and lean into that. What is the best experience you've had working with Mary Kay?
So hard. I'm just going to say the process. The actual process and the pursuit of going after what I want, because that's like the day to day, the in and out, the process.
I will give you a glittery version.
Yep.
There's not much like being in Scotland under a castle, and Mary Kay paid for you to go there, and you landed the day that the Queen of England died, and you saw her entire, brigade go by, and you got to be at the front lines, and Mary Kay changed everything for you around to like see the prince. That's a wild experience, so that's so cool. And then we got to go to where they film Outlander, and they had the Lord there, that it was his house, and he was like hugging us, and I was like, is this really happening right now? And they just brought in a band to like play for us, and they're serving us, like, so it can be like the everyday, like, you enjoy your life, and then there can be these like beyond explainable experiences that you can have too. Okay, we'll take a couple more questions because we want to be conscious of your time, and we want to make sure that you're filling out that link. If you haven't already, let's put it in the chat again, just in case, because if you are wanting to enter that free starter kit, fill out the link regardless. There's a yes or no at the end, so we can make sure you get that free one. Let's see here. How has Mary Kay helped you build confidence in yourself? So that's a great question. I mean, I think we kind of went over that. When you're learning about yourself and you're learning how to think, and then you're watching your thoughts change your results in your life, your confidence is being built because you're getting evidence of like, oh my gosh, my income's changing. My friends are getting better. My bank account is like different. I feel positive. I believe in myself. Like, I'm setting goals. I'm not afraid. I'm not living in fear. It takes time, but like every experience like that builds on top to be like, this is really working, Okay, let's do one more. Were you scared you would fail before starting? I feel like starting new things is always scary because you don't truly know how well you will do, Maria.
You know what? At the time, I was just too dumb to doubt because I was drawn to Mary Kay, like I was explaining the positivity and the energy. I didn't even really process what I would be doing. I just knew, I just felt it. So I would just encourage you, if you're just curious, why not? Because we're gonna go into like, hey Brie, what does it take to get started? But you might have to feel the fear and do it anyway. You might be worried. And I also learned this the other day. If you have butterflies, just get your butterflies in alignment instead of being all over the place. An alignment in the right direction for your life.
And you can choose that the butterflies are fear and scary, or you can choose that the butterflies are excitement. You get to choose what those butterflies mean, right? Like when you go on a roller coaster, some people are scared and some people are like, this is going to be so exciting. But anything new is going to be new. But if you can keep a child alive, you can teach a woman how to wash her face. Okay. So if you were a mom on here, you are someone who's kept an animal alive, you're someone who started a new job. It's just, we have all the education. It's just, are you having a willing to stay consistent and be coachable? Girl, we got you. It's inevitable for you not to be successful. We're going to do your first parties anyways. Don't worry. Marie and I know how to sell the heck out of the product. So you're going to get some sales no matter what. Okay. Like it's going to be okay. All right. Let's show you these starter kits and then we're going to give away two free ones. There's a crazy deal this month. Okay, so let's first talk about this eStart. To just start, to just give it a try. And I want you to blow up the chat. What's the last thing you spent $20 on? What's the last thing you spent $20 on? I have to know. Okay, so to just be a consultant, it's 20 bucks. You have a beautiful website. You can have beautiful credit card processing, all that stuff, and you have us and you can go in right away. All right, then you have this Pro Start option. That, by the way, is normally $35. So this month it's $20. The Pro Start comes with over $400 worth of full-size products. Most of you have probably tried all of these products. So you're going to get that you can demo, let people try, hold on camera. You're going to get the beautiful bag, the sales tool aids, also your website. This month, it's only $80. So when you get them together, it's $100. It's $100. That's it. $100 to have an entire business, over $400 worth of product, and to be able to see where this goes. Now, I do have a picture of me with all the product, just so you can see. There's a lot of product that comes in that starter kit. Okay, so like you get a lot of stuff. It is not like you're not going to ever be like, man, I wasted money. Like there's only value in what you get here, and you will be so excited when you open that starter kit bag. So this month, it is cheaper than it normally is. We are in March momentum. The company did a really special promo, so it's normally a little bit more. Okay, and if you want to take that as a sign right now of like, it's a discount, it's a sign, I should start, then there's your sign. Okay, so some of the things you spent your money on: food, Panera, gas, food, literally McDonald's right now, guacamole ingredients, dinner. Okay, it's always food, people. It's always food you spent 20 bucks on. And this is what I say about food: it changes your waist size. It didn't change your life. And you didn't second guess spending $20 on that. It was just like, duh, of course. And so just watch how much you second guess maybe doing something that could completely transform your financial and emotional well-being over the next decade. Okay, do we have, Melissa, I haven't checked my phone. Do we have some people in there that we're ready to put in the wheel for two?
Oh, we do.
2 free e-starts. This is so exciting. If you happen to be a consultant when you did this, by the way, and you get pulled, just let us know in the chat just in case. So that way we make sure 2 new amazing beauty consultants get it. Let's go ahead and give away our first e-start. Noelle. Woo, 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 woo. She is getting an e-start. Now, you guys, I don't know if that's your question, Catherine, but if you get the e-start right now from us that we pay for it, you can totally add on the Pro Start. Don't worry. You totally can add that one on, okay? All right, so Noelle gets 1 e-start. Now, who is our second e-start winner? Mackenzie Patterson. Woo, 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 woo. So excited for you, Mackenzie. So exciting. Okay, so even if you weren't the winner, that does not mean you cannot sign up. Here's what you would do next. You're going to tell your beauty consultant and you're going to be like, girl, just send me the link. I'm not going to overthink it. You're going to fill it out real fast. You're going to get your starter kit. We're going to get you a text with us so we can get you into a new consultant orientation so we can design this for your life and how to take your next steps. So that way you have your full support and training, and then we go from there. So thank you guys so much for joining us this evening and for learning a little bit about our stories and for just hanging on with us a little longer than we intended. We just got so excited. We just kind of like, we just had fun, and we got to be in our pajamas while we did it. And so we just have really fun stuff coming up that we would love for you to be a part of our Mary Kay family and cheer you on. So Maria, any last words for you?
We just hope you're dreaming a little bit bigger and can't wait to connect with all of our guests that were on and follow up with you. And again, thank you so much. And this happens frequently, so come back. Join the family. Come back for
Maria
more.
and I planning our next one right now. Okay. All right, ladies, have a beautiful evening. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.
And congrats, ladies.